Wonder, 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 wonder.
Hi, Karen.
Hello.
Karen of Cositas.
Yes, that's
Okay,
right.
give me your full business name.
So my business name is Cositas HTX. Yeah, so I handmade polymer clay jewelry. So
And I'm obsessed with her stuff,
yes,
by the
so
way.
this is an example of my earrings right here.
So cute.
Thank you. So I hand make jewelry, but I also do other things. I do hand painted tote bags. I recently started doing workshops. So that's something that I started doing for my business.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically I'm located in Houston and I do pop-up markets. And I also have a storefront at Painted-Tree, Kingwood. So
Wow, in Kingwood, not over here, not on this side of town.
no, I'm hoping to bring things.
I know because there's a Painted-Tree in West Chase.
Yeah, there's one in Sugarland.
Okay, so
yeah.
they're everywhere.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
but I'm trying to expand slowly, trying to grow the brand.
I love it. And when I found you, I was like, okay, now I know where to go to get my stuff. Because when
Yeah.
I travel, I like to bring stuff that are like reminiscent of where I'm going. And then if I don't have something, I'm like, can you make this for me? And you're like, yep, I got you. And you're
Yes.
like custom made, handcrafted, small business, woman owned. And I'm like, I'm there. I'm going to
All for
support.
it.
I'm supporting. But I've seen that you're also a supporter of sustainable fashion. I've seen you do other clothing swaps. Why is it so important for you to participate in that sort of thing?
Well, I just don't want to add to the waste in the world. I just feel like there's so many good things that already exist that we can just share amongst each other. I've actually done this since high school, sharing clothes with my friends. Once I'm done with it, I'm like, okay, who else wants it?
Are you a millennial or a Gen Zer?
I'm a millennial.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, so I've always loved going to the segundas and stuff.
That is very segundas of us. Yeah. That's what we used to do. We used to do the segundas. We used to do the Salvation Army or the Goodwill.
You gotta get your bang for your buck, because
But I find that like different generations see it differently. Like I'm a Gen Xer, and so for me, it really is about like finding. For me, are like investment pieces, designer pieces, and I don't have to go and like splurge a crazy amount of money, and they're still good quality. They're even if they need like a little sewing, a little stitch here and there. So that's kind of where I come from in terms of like my mentality. Like I like nice things. I just don't want to pay retail for them. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like I want to be able to get that stuff without having to pay, especially if like it's out there and it can be reused and it can be, and I think everything has a story. What do you think?
Exactly. Yeah. Actually, I have a lot of clothes from like passed down from my mom. My husband, sometimes his mom will give me shirts, and I'm like, wow, there's like a whole life that was before it got to me, So I just love the whole story too, because I wore this when I went to so and so to a beach or something.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, now it's a part of my life.
Yeah.
So it's nice. Yeah.
And I think it just continues in the generation, right?
Yeah.
And every generation like will hold it, and then they'll give it to the next generation and they'll hold it in their heart.
Yeah.
Like it's passing down a little bit of like a person's essence, I think, right? So who is your fashion inspo? Tell me about your fashion inspo when you're shopping. Who do you see like on Instagram or somebody that you're like, oh my gosh, I love the way they dress?
So I think I aspire to one day be a super maximalist. I love colors, bold patterns.
What is super maximalist?
Just a lot of things. More is more. That kind of
Okay,
thing.
explain that
so
to
like
me.
layered, big statement stuff. A lot of layered necklaces, layered clothes, that kind of thing. I feel like I aspired to be that, and like maybe I just need to update my wardrobe. But I'm more of a comfortable type of person, so I'm like sneakers and jeans, But I want to update my wardrobe one day.
So maybe when you when you travel, when you do like date night, will you do something more maxed out?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So I think a lot of my outfits are inspired with my earrings. I like to always add them as a touch of color. So when I go on date nights, I always try to do pops of colors. That's my thing.
Yeah, do something that's that. So what is like one piece of advice that you would give to people that like want to do some swapping? Some clothes swapping. Like what is like a good piece of advice for them?
I would say just be open-minded. sometimes you may see a garment that you think, oh, this is not my style, but once you put it on and you layer it with other pieces that you like, then, you know, it can be a part of your style. So just be open-minded. Just because something is a certain style doesn't mean it wouldn't go with you. So
okay, yeah, being a little bit more open to maybe incorporating into your
and
aesthetic.
if you don't like it, then just don't wear it next time. You know, it's not.
You're not wrong. You know why? Because I'm not like a rodeo Texas person, but if I see some cute boots, I'm getting them. And I bought these on Poshmark. They're a little used, but they're okay. They're still good.
Yeah, but it's cool that you tried it out, even though it's not something that you really lean into.
Right.
Yeah, because now
I tried it out because I'm honestly like my aesthetic is like very sexy, very sophisticated. Like that's just me. Like that's how I dress all the time. And I've always dressed that way since I was 12, 13 years old, you know? I've always had the same aesthetic. Just because I'm very predictable, that's just me. But
you know what you like.
I know what I like. Yeah. And so people who like work with me, they're like, I like that about you because I know like what you like, and you're always the same. You're never changing. Like you're always like, this is what I like. This is what I want. Like, I'm very consistent. So, but rodeo boots is something that I'm like, I don't know. But then I got these on Poshmark, and they're Isabelle Marant. And she's like a French designer, and I'm like always following her. And then these came on sale, and I like bought them, and I'm like, I'm obsessed.
Yeah.
Obsessed.
So if we see you in another color of boots, it's because you're being bold and putting yourself out there.
I'm putting myself out there. Yeah. I'm working on getting myself out of my box because I could be a very in the box kind of girl.
Yeah.
I'm very Gen X in that sense.
Yeah, getting out of your comfort zone. It's a little scary.
It takes a while for me to get out of my comfort zone. Where can people follow you? Where can people know a little bit more about you, Karen?
So you can follow me on Instagram at Cositas_HTX. You'll find all the information on there where you can find me online and all that jazz. So make sure you follow me.
And please follow what she's doing because every season she has new things.
Yes.
She changes it up and she creates things, and she's inspired by things that are out there. So I'm always keeping an eye on your Instagram account because I'm like, I'm going to see what else she's got because I'm going to go shopping. I'm like, I don't want to shop, but I'm shopping. I'm always going to shop.
Yes, we love it. Support the local businesses.
I know. I just can't help myself.
Yeah, and thank you for having us.
Thank you, Karen. I appreciate you so much and everything that you do.
Yes.
Love you.
Love you.
Thank you so much. My girl Yaneth is here with us, and it is a Sunday, February 2nd, and we're at the clothing swap brunch.
Yes.
It is our third year, Yaneth.
Yes.
Yaneth has been a host. I guess, have you been our host ever since the beginning, right?
I think so. Maybe not the first one. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think
I
definitely
mean,
as long as I can remember.
Almost since the beginning, because I think you were like a supporter from the very beginning, right? This is it, 3 years now.
I know.
Can you believe that?
Congratulations to us.
Thank
Cheers.
you. I know. Congrats. Yeah. And so it's 5 years of the podcast. And so for me right now, it really is about like growing and like where can we bring more people along the journey, right? Swapping. Why do you feel like it's like so like popular with people right now? Like we have a lot of guests at this swap party.
Yes.
Why do you think it's so popular, Yaneth? Or why do you participate?
I think, well, it's a time that you can get together and encourage maybe stepping out of your comfort zone. You know me because you're always telling me you need to wear more color. So I did wear a little more color today. But I think it has to do with coming together and sharing the ideas. And maybe that's the draw because you don't typically go shopping with girlfriends at this time in my life anyway. I usually like either order something online or go on my own really quickly. It's not like an event.
Like so we used to go to the mall, and now
friends and everything, and
we don't really do that anymore.
We don't. So I think it has to do more with coming together to share something that we enjoy, and maybe get a second opinion. Like, hey, that looks good on you. Why don't you try this?
Yeah, exactly.
And I think maybe that's a little bit of the draw and the friendships that you also continue.
Yeah, I think it's sort of like it's becoming like a community of swappers,
Right.
of like women that like love to reshare, resell. Like you and I are like renters, like we rent
Right.
fashion because we just don't want to like keep purchasing.
Right.
I mean, to me, it's like if I can just rewear it, I will rewear it and I'll reuse it. And I don't know that I necessarily want to keep buying stuff all the time. I don't know that that's like where I am in my life right now.
I agree. I don't, well, I think for me, it also started with moving to a smaller space, and I didn't have enough room to continue buying so much.
Yeah.
So I had to only buy like pieces that I really love to keep in my closet. But then it made so much more sense to go and get additional pieces that you can just wear, and then you can send them back and get something new.
Yeah.
I guess the newness of it is also a draw.
Yeah, and then the other thing that I always think about is like I'm in perimenopause right now, and my weight fluctuates all the time. So I don't want to buy something in a certain size, and then I'm a different size in 3 months, and I'm another size in 3 months. Like it's just, you know how that goes. Like it's just it's a pain in the ass to be a woman. I was just like, ugh.
Well, I think, but like you said, number one, there's a lot of different events that we may have going on.
We need something for
and you might not want to go and shop for all of those events.
Yeah.
And I think swapping, just because, I don't know, for me, it's always like, how can I also give back? And I think there's a lot of clothes that maybe we've worn once, maybe twice.
Yeah.
And then it just sits in our closet and it doesn't really serve, a purpose.
Yeah.
So if you can swap it for another piece that's just as nice,
Exactly.
then you can continue and not be wasteful at the end of the day.
Not be wasteful. You don't pay anything.
That's true.
You
can save your money for other things.
You save your money for other, like travel, which we
travel.
love. And Yaneth and I, we connected like 15 years ago, Yaneth? Maybe, 10, 12? I don't know. It's been a while.
It's been over 10 for sure.
But we connected because we love to travel. And this girl goes for like a whole 6 weeks and she's gone. So
Except on your birthday, I'm here.
I told her my birthday is coming up and I'm giving you a date because Ms. Yaneth Martell will be gone for a whole month and a half. I'm like, be back for my birthday. Go, 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 go. I'm never going to stop. I'm never going to stop you.
But I'm going to want you to come with me.
I'm going to say, come back for my birthday.
And I love when you come with me.
Yeah, we do travel good together. We do have a good time when we travel. Okay, so who is your fashion inspo?
So, I mean, I'm really bad at remembering brands, and I'm not very fashion aware, I guess I should say. But for me, I feel like even as a young girl, I always thought Coco Chanel, Chanel was always so beautiful because it was clean lines, very I guess I like
sophisticated,
classy. But still hey, with beautiful clothing. But I met Brandon Maxwell at a trunk show.
Gosh,
I know, it was so long ago. And I wasn't wearing Brandon Maxwell's, items, but he was just the nicest person, and he complimented on what I was wearing.
Yeah.
And I just thought, wow, here's this amazing guy who also has very clean lines, also
He has a great fashion sense too. I like his stuff.
I really liked him as a person, but I also love his the way he puts everything together. Doesn't seem to be it's just classy, simple, beautiful.
And where can people follow you and see what you're doing? Because Yaneth is also tell everybody what you do and where they can find you.
So you can follow me at Yaneth Martell, and Instagram, it's just my name, Yaneth Martell, and on Facebook also. But I do, I'm a mortgage lender, so I help people do mortgage lending or actually buy their home, figure out what's the best financing, whether they're an investor, whether they're just buying their first house, or buying a vacation house. I can help you do all kinds of loans. And then I also am working on a project that is a historic project in the Midtown area. So it is, we're excited. We've got a lot, we've moved a lot forward since I last spoke with you. So we should be starting construction very soon. And that's going to be a destination place for in Midtown that will host Hispanic history and just really help the community. So
I love that. Yeah. So make sure that you are following and looking for Yaneth, if you're looking to finance a house or any project, really, right? Like if they wanted to buy like a piece of land, if they want to be an investor, if they want to have like
commercial loans, if you're looking to buy a commercial building or build, you can talk to me about that, or anything that has to do with money and making it work the best way for the house or project that you're working on.
I love that. Thank you for being here.
Welcome. Thank you for having me. And what's your
love
favorite
you so much. Oh, me and my
designer? I got it.
Oh my gosh. No, I love Chanel too. Like Chanel's always been like my thing. We're also big fans of Jackie O. We love Jackie O. She's like our fashion inspo too, because she's so sophisticated and classy. Who else? Who else do I really like? I really like Michelle Obama, like her aesthetic, and like the way she wears stuff is like very powerful and very strong, and like that confidence.
That's true.
I love that. Like I feed off of her confidence.
Yeah, I like that. I like.
It's good to have those symbols, right? Those not idols, but those people that kind of symbolize strength, confidence, sophistication.
And they can bring different pieces together, whether it's high end or like not. You know,
and now for me, it's like really like, swapping or renting clothes or going on Poshmark and finding stuff that I like my little boots here. I got them on Poshmark.
They're so cute. I love them.
I know. I was telling Luisa that I don't really do like rodeo, but I wanted like something rodeo. Yeah. I don't know if these are rodeo, but I'm like, I think
they're good enough for rodeo.
This is me getting out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, I think they're adorable.
I'm so predictable, and I'm like I'm just kind of like in my own lane, but I'm starting to try to come out. I'm trying to come out of my
Me too. Well, you inspire
zone.
me to try a little bit more and to come. And I'm like, I'm wearing a dress for you.
I know. I love it. It's so good. I always tell you that.
I know.
Show your legs. You have great legs. Thank you, Yaneth. I appreciate you.
Love you.
Thank you. I am here with the fabulous Ginny of the Cuvée Collective. It is a fabulous place for you to come and just enjoy wine. Store wine as well, Ginny.
As well.
Store wine, enjoy wine, lounge around with some wine, host events and wine. She is like the person over here on the west side where I tell everybody, if you are looking for a place to, I don't know, have some community, have an event, have a place to like store your like precious wine. Like my husband's, he thinks his wine is so precious, so he needs a wine, storage place.
Absolutely.
Thankfully, we have Ginny. Ginny, thank you so much for being a part of the podcast and being a part of the event of the Clothing Swap Brunch. This is our third year, and it grows every year. So I said, this year, since it's so big, I need to have it at Ginny's place because it's the perfect place for it.
We're thrilled to host it.
Yeah, thank you.
The whole concept of a clothing swap is near and dear to my heart because I do believe in upcycling, reusing, and not wasting anything. And if you have clothes that you're not wearing anymore, well, rather than send them someplace where they might end up in a landfill or shipped off to another country and then ending up in a landfill, you swap them out with other like-minded ladies and give them another owner.
I agree. And I think it's so important that we become more conscientious of where our clothing is going because so many times people get excited of buying like fast fashion and they don't realize that you only wear it one or two times. And then it starts to fall apart, and then it's trashed. Yeah. Right? So, Ginny, I appreciate you having this and just hosting it here. And I just really want to ask you really quick, like, what is your fashion aesthetic? Like, where do you shop? Like, what kinds of things do you like? Is there like a certain thrifted piece that you're just so like obsessed with?
Because I'm a little bit older, I tend to try to just follow kind of classic conservative clothing styles. And I have always been and will always be somebody that I'm not at all afraid to walk into a thrift store, to a Goodwill, to a family thrift outlet, to a garage sale. If a friend's like, hey, this doesn't fit me anymore, but I think it would look good on you, you want to try it on? I look at it that Well, everybody wants to look their best. You can often look your best on a tiny fraction of the expense of strolling into a high-price store.
Yeah.
So it's finding that middle ground where, I want to represent myself well. I'm a business owner, etc. But on the other hand, I don't want to break the bank on it. Yeah. So if you love clothes but you don't want to make that where so much disposable income goes, I feel like I shop everywhere. And I keep an open mind.
Yeah, isn't it fun when like people ask you, where did you get that? I'm like, oh, thrifted. It's
my
so
daughter,
fun.
My daughter's 21 and she is a huge proponent of thrifting because
Okay, good.
she's very environmentally conscious.
Yeah.
So I just feel like it agrees with our philosophy on maybe not creating waste wherever we can.
Yeah, excessive consumerism, which is so prevalent, and like
hopefully it's on its way out.
I hope that,
because the people are raising their voices and saying,
becoming aware.
Yeah, just be conscious of it. Don't overbuy, and then don't create extra waste. So let's just see if we're contributing to that goal.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's why I just felt like it's such an important event to have, because I feel the more we talk about it, the more comfortable people become. In just reusing, recycling, upcycling, stitching things if they're a little torn, a little broken. Like, it's not that big of a deal, right? To just put it back together and just continue using it. You
Agree.
know? If something is of good quality and it's something has longevity, right? Mm-hmm. Why not?
I agree so much.
Yeah. So if somebody wants to know a little bit more about the Cuvée Collective, how can they find you and get in touch with you?
So the Cuvée Collective, we're here in West Houston. Our website is www.thecuvecollective.com. Feel free to look us up. We post our events there. We post our our everything that we're doing in terms of becoming a member here, or just renting us for event space, or even shopping for wine here. We do all of it, and everyone's welcome.
That's right. You can even buy wine here with Ginny, by the way.
Yep.
And you will curate as well. If somebody wants something specific, you also will find it for them.
Absolutely. There's not much we can't find.
Ginny's not only a business owner, but she is also an instructor and a teacher and a professor.
I spent 7 years teaching for the Texas Wine School. Very proud to have that experience. And I'm also a seated judge at the Houston Livestock and Rodeo Show.
Yes.
Every year I'm one of the longstanding judges that judges that wine competition. And I love all of it. There's nothing about wine that I'm tired of learning and teaching.
So she's definitely somebody that has the background to give you some really great suggestions to help you find something special. If there's a gift and you need a gift box, or maybe you're going somewhere and you want to give somebody something unique and different.
Or if you're at a restaurant and you stumble across a beautiful wine, take a picture of it, the bottle, the label front and back, send it to me, and we'll have it down for you.
I love that. That is perfect. Thank you so much, Ginny, and I appreciate you having us. And it's been a beautiful event. It's been a beautiful Sunday, and nothing better than community and collaboration, right?
Absolutely. It's been our pleasure. We love having you here, and looking forward to many more events with you.
I know, me too. So excited. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome.